Coconut water is one of those drinks that looks the healthiest in the summer. But after age 50, the question that usually comes to mind is it natural? The real question should be, is this right for my body? Is it really right for my kidney health, my medications, and my daily hydration needs? Because coconut water contains potassium, yes, that's true. But hydration is not only about potassium. There is sodium, there is sugar content, there is serving size, there is sweating, kidney function, and the medications you use. All of these are part of the equation. At the end of the video, I'll give you a very simple label check. No matter which brand it is, there are 4 things you should look at before buying coconut water. With these 4 things, you'll be able to understand this. Is this healthy drink really right for you, or is it an option you need to be careful with? Today, we'll look at the question, is coconut water suitable for people over 50? From a scientific and safe perspective, coconut water is often talked about when it comes to hydration and healthy aging, but it's not right to present this drink as a miracle. What's in this video? We'll look at what coconut water actually contains. We'll look at why potassium matters, but also why it is not enough on its own. We'll look at sugar content, label checking, who should be more careful, and the safest way to use it. This video is for educational purposes. It does not replace personal medical advice, especially if you have kidney disease, if you have a potassium restriction, or if you take blood pressure or heart medication. It is very important to talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian before making a regular change in your diet. If you're interested in science-based and safe health tips like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Alinart Health, and turn on notifications. You can also write this in the comments below. Do you drink coconut water? And if you do, have you ever checked the potassium and sugar amount on the label? It's not hard to understand why coconut water is so popular. It's sweet, but it doesn't feel as heavy as a soda. It has a natural image. It's marketed together with the word electrolyte. In the summer, after exercise, or in hot weather, it looks like a healthier drink. But there is a small problem here. Just because a drink is natural does not automatically mean it is better for everyone. Especially after age 50, the body needs to be approached more individually. Some people may have reduced kidney function. Some people may be taking medication for blood pressure, heart health, diabetes, or kidney health. Some people may have their potassium level monitored. And some people may start drinking something every day in large portions just because they think it is healthy. This is where the risk begins. It's also not right to make coconut water sound like a scary drink, but describing it as a miracle hydration drink that replaces water is also a claim that needs to be handled carefully from a scientific point of view. Research shows us a more balanced picture. Coconut water can contribute to fluid intake. For some people, it may be a good occasional option. But if there's heavy sweating, long exercise, kidney disease, potassium restriction, or if you are using certain medications, using it regularly just because it has potassium may not be a good strategy. Number 1. What is actually inside coconut water? Let's start with the basics. Coconut water is the clear liquid inside young green coconuts. It is not the same thing as coconut milk. Coconut milk is a fattier, creamier product. Coconut water is mostly made of water. Along with that, it contains carbohydrates, natural sugars, and some minerals. The mineral that stands out the most is potassium. Potassium plays a role in many essential processes in the body, such as cell function, nerve signaling, muscle contraction, and fluid balance. But there is a very important distinction here. Potassium is a helpful mineral, that's true, but a drink that is high in potassium is not automatically better for everyone. In people with healthy kidneys, the body can usually balance extra potassium through urine. However, when kidney function is impaired or when certain medications are being used, this balance can become more sensitive. That's why after age 50, we don't make a one-sentence decision about coconut water. We don't simply say, is it good or bad? The better question is it suitable for my health situation, my portion size, and my daily eating pattern? Number 2, potassium matters, but it is not the whole hydration story. The most marketed feature of coconut water is usually potassium, and there is a valid reason behind that. Potassium is important for body fluids, muscle function, and nerve function, but hydration is not only about potassium. When we sweat, we don't lose only water, we also lose some electrolytes, especially sodium. So if there is heavy sweating, hot weather, a long walk, yard work, exercise, or sauna use, in these situations the body's needs can change. Coconut water may stand out because of its potassium content, but in many products, the sodium amount may be lower compared with potassium. This means that for light activity or daily fluid intake, coconut water may be an enjoyable option for some people. But if there is long and intense exercise, heavy sweating, or a medical need for fluids and electrolytes, in those situations, it may not be the best option on its own. In one study, coconut water, and a carbohydrate electrolyte drink were compared in young men who exercised. In hydration and later performance measurements, there was no major difference between the drinks. However, some participants reported more bloating and stomach discomfort with coconut water. This shows us something important. Coconut water can contribute to fluid intake, but it's not right to present it as far superior to water or the best hydration drink in every situation. After age 50, the safer approach should be this. Your main daily drink should still be water. Coconut water should be seen as a drink that some people may choose occasionally, but one where the label should always be checked. Number 3. Why are sugar and label checking important? Coconut water is usually seen as lighter than soda, but that does not mean it contains no sugar. Many coconut water products contain natural sugar. Some products may also contain added sugar or fruit juice blends. The biggest mistake here is this. People assume the entire bottle is one serving, but sometimes the label may show one bottle as 2 servings. One of the points the FDA emphasizes in its Nutrition Facts Label Guide is this. The calories and nutrition values on the label are based on the serving size. So if you drink 2 servings, you need to multiply the sugar, calories, potassium, and other values by 2. That's why, when buying coconut water, don't look at the front of the package first. Look at the back label. On the front, you may see words like natural, pure, electrolytes, or no artificial flavor. These are not enough on their own. On the back label, you should look for these questions. How many milliliters is one serving? How many servings are in the bottle? How many grams of total sugar are there? Is there added sugar? How much potassium is there? How much sodium is there? Especially if you have a condition related to blood sugar management, you should not think of coconut water as just water, because water has no sugar. Coconut water, depending on the brand and serving size, can contain a meaningful amount of sugar. This does not mean it is a problem for everyone, but it is also not a drink you can consume without limits, just because it seems healthy. Number 4. Who should be more careful? Now we've come to the most important part of the video. The group that should be the most careful with coconut water is people who have kidney disease or a restriction related to potassium levels. When the kidneys are working well, they help regulate the mineral balance in the blood. But in chronic kidney disease, the kidneys may have trouble removing enough potassium. If blood potassium rises in this situation, it can create a condition that requires attention for heart and muscle function. For this reason, people with kidney disease may sometimes be advised to limit portions of foods and drinks that contain potassium. This is personal. The same list does not apply to everyone. How much potassium a person should get depends on blood tests, the stage of kidney disease, the medications used, and the doctor's recommendation. The second group that should be careful is people who use certain blood pressure and heart medications. Some medications, especially ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics, can affect potassium balance. We are not saying that everyone who uses these medications cannot drink coconut water, but before drinking it regularly, it is safer to consult a healthcare professional. The third group is people with heart failure, diabetes, liver disease, or another health condition that requires potassium monitoring. Our message here is not to scare anyone. Our message is this: coconut water may be natural, but being natural does not mean it has nothing to do with your medications or your blood values. Especially after age 50, before saying, "I'll start drinking this every day," you need to think about your body's current situation. Number 5. Best use: an occasional summer drink, not a daily routine. It would not be right to completely criticize coconut water. On a hot summer day, an unsweetened product in a small portion may be an enjoyable and reasonable option for some people. Especially for people looking for a simpler drink instead of soda, it may be a better transition option. But it's not right to think of it as a daily detox drink. Saying that it cleans the kidneys, lowers blood pressure, renews the body in a special way, or prevents dehydration is not safe or scientific language. The more accurate way to say it is this: coconut water can contribute to fluid intake. For some people, it may be suitable occasionally, but it does not need to completely replace water. If you took a light walk, didn't sweat much, and just want to cool down, a small serving of coconut water may not be a problem for you. But if you stayed outside for hours in hot weather, sweated heavily, exercised for a long time, or feel unwell, relying only on coconut water is not the right approach. In that situation, depending on your medical condition, water, electrolyte balance, sodium, and professional support when needed may become more important. Now let's get to the 4-point label check I promised at the beginning of the video. When buying coconut water, don't focus on the big words on the front. Look at the back label. Point 1. Potassium. Is the potassium amount suitable for you? Do you have kidney disease, a potassium restriction, or medications that affect potassium? In that case, this value is especially important for you. Point 2. Sugar. How many grams of total sugar are there? Is there added sugar? In fruit-flavored or blend products, sugar may be higher. Point 3. Serving size. Is the whole bottle 1 serving, or are the values on the label written for only half of the bottle? Point 4. Your personal health situation, your kidneys, your blood potassium, your blood pressure medications, your diabetes status, your daily fluid needs. All of these are important in this decision. Here is the main message. The label of coconut water is more important than the marketing claim. Potassium, sugar, serving size, and your personal health situation. These give the real answer to the question, is this drink right for me? That's why after age 50, the smartest approach is this. If you drink coconut water, don't see it as a miracle solution that replaces water. Think of it as a controlled summer drink chosen by checking the label and consumed occasionally. Today, we made 3 important things clear. First, coconut water contains potassium and can contribute to fluid intake. But hydration is not only about potassium. Second, label checking is very important. Serving size, total sugar, added sugar, potassium, and sodium amount. All of these can change from brand to brand. Third, if you have kidney disease, a potassium restriction, or if you use medications that affect potassium. Before making coconut water a regular habit, you definitely need to consult a healthcare professional. Small and consistent choices can make a big difference in health, but these choices should be personal. A drink that works well for one person may require caution for someone else. This video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace diagnosis, treatment, or a personal nutrition plan. You should make the best decision for your own health situation together with your doctor or a registered dietitian. If this video was helpful for you, don't forget to like it. For more science-based, safe, and practical health content, subscribe to Alinart Health and turn on notifications. You can write this in the comments. Do you drink coconut water in the summer, or do you prefer water? Also, if you'd like us to prepare a deeper guide on water, electrolytes, and hydration after 50 in the next video, you can write that in the comments too. If you'd like to read the research we talked about today, you can find the sources section in the description.